So today we're going to talk about feelings. We all have them, and emotions, and we all have those too. I talk about music and helping it to change our moods, our emotions, our feelings. So how do we know what is what? So this week I went through a period of time where I had something where, to label it, and you know what? It actually is a word that is on the decline for use, and it's melancholy. Melancholy. And it's defined as a gloomy state of mind. And, especially when habitual or prolonged depression, sober thoughtfulness, pensiveness, this is, something that's just, it's a word that's not used often anymore. It's something that is often thought of as when you don't know what's causing your feelings, you have this sense of melancholy because you don't know what's bringing you down. Being able to identify your feelings and what's a feeling versus what's an emotion and all of that is, really where we need to start. And then we can actually, unpack what it is that's triggering this and everything else. I'm all over the internet and I read articles and everything else, and now I'm going to direct you to an article. It's on a website that, does have, services and stuff, so I have nothing to do with these guys. I'm not affiliated with them at all. But the article is on BetterHelp. And it's betterhelp.com. This is from their team. I've printed it down, but it's feelings versus emotions, the difference between feelings and emotions. And it's a really good read, if you're trying to figure out what's going on with you and where you sit, what you're feeling, and, psychology and all that stuff. If you get down to brass tacks, there's really only 6 basic emotions, and that's happiness, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, and surprise. And that's coming from this article, and that's according to psychologists Paul Ekman and Wallace Friesen. And I'm quoting this article from BetterHelp here. And so, from this stems, where these create feelings. Our feelings come from our emotions, and our emotions can affect how we react in situations, how things go. And like I've been talking about, setting up your emotional state with music at the beginning of the day so that you can progress through the day and be in a better mindset to react to situations that arise in the day. Fear can create so many things. It's one of the biggest emotions, and it can create reaction for no reason. Phobias are huge. Example of this, people have a reaction based on a oversized fear of something very simple. Now, this is, something that can be helped with therapy and everything else. It's, people think, oh, well, it's just pass it off. It's not just that simple, and it's overwhelming, and it comes from your basic emotions. But you feel anxiety, you feel desperation to leave a space, you feel things based on the emotion of fear. So, this is where you need to really delve deep into what emotions are and what feelings are. If you can't figure out where it's coming from, you're never going to figure out what path you need to take to solve the issues that you're having. You need to be able to know these things, because that's just it. If Joe falls in a hole and Jim comes along and jumps down there, Joe's going to get mad at him. But Joe says, I've been down here before and I know the way out. Well, that's what you got to find. You got to find that way out. So you got to find your Joe. Where's your feelings coming from? What emotions are they based off of? You need to explore within yourself. How can you do that? You can do that with meditation, with just simple, good pensiveness, not doom and gloom. There's great opportunities. If you don't know of ways to do it, you can search on YouTube. There's different ways to have guided meditations. Search the internet. There's all kinds of them out there for free to start out with. There's paid services. There's all kinds of things. There's apps for your phone. But start something today. That's the key. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Figure out what you're feeling. Figure out the emotion that's triggering it, and figure out what's triggering that emotion. This is going to bring you forward in your journey to living better, being well. And in my experiences, music can be a huge part of that journey. I have had music in my life since I was very, very little. It's just something that, whether you play an instrument, you listen to music, if you put it in your ears and listen, you can create an outlet for the emotion. It will tell you. It will show you. Trust me. So, this is a bit deeper of a subject this week. We don't have a very long, we don't have a big feature this week. Coming up next week, we're going to have a very cool interview. Big surprise. Hopefully everything goes down, schedules and all, so I'm not going to tell you who it is if it doesn't happen. I don't want to make promises, but we're going to continue on in the topic of cannabis and health with this person. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you enjoy our journey through music and health and emotions and expressing yourself and finding yourself. My name is Jeff. This is Jeff's Healing Music. Join me every Sunday for another episode. I appreciate every last one of you. Hit subscribe. Share with your friends. Thank you so much. Put a song in your heart. It'll put a spring in your step. See you next time. Remember, I'm a musician, not a physician. Everything that I talk about and everything I say is just my opinion. If you're in trouble, call a crisis line. If you need help, get medical help at your own doctor. Thanks for watching.